The moment that I knew he was the one for me was kind of complicated and not so romantic. We'd had like 100 on and offs, and we had broken up and gotten back together very publicly, and I was so done. I wasn't the kind of fake done where you pretend that you're done so that you can get his attention back. I was D-U-N done. I was over the whole thing with him and the on and offs, and I didn't want to be trapped in this for another 3 years. So I was finished, and we had a little distance between us. And then I had a family crisis, and in a pinch, he's still the person that I call. So I didn't want to call him because I didn't want to open up a whole chapter when we were finally starting to move on a little bit, but I needed him, and I called, and he was there, and he solved everything in a minute, and I realized right then how much I needed him. And he said he wanted to go on a date with me, and I didn't want to because I didn't want to go back down this road and the whole slippery slope thing again, but I reluctantly agreed. And I told him, that's fine, I will go on this date with you, but we are not back together. I am seeing other people, and don't think that we're just gonna jump back in this whole relationship thing. And he said, and I will never forget this, he was sitting on my couch in my living room, and he said, that's fine, date all the people you wanna date, go out with anybody you wanna go out with, I'm not gonna date anybody else, and one day I'm gonna marry you. And right then, I thought something like, I think he's serious. I think he's gonna marry me. And now I have to find a way to forgive him because I'm still pissed about all the shit he pulled before this. But I kind of knew in that moment he was telling the truth, and that I needed to give him a minute because he had stepped into this committed man thing in the second that we were separated, and I saw a different side of him than I'd ever seen before that. And I knew right then. And while initially I wasn't very happy about it because I knew he was right and I was still pissed, it only took a couple minutes for me to soften on the whole thing and to go out on a date with him that was lovely, and to know he meant it. And I'm glad he told me that day that he was going to marry me, because that was the moment he knew, and I think that was the moment I knew too. That's when I knew.